2 weeks, Dale Earnhardt Jr. and this 88 crew have been about as good as any. A strong run today. First car with 4 tires there. Did you think that was going to be enough to get it done?
Yeah, I did. That's real disappointing there, but Jimmy's just really that fast. You know, he's that good around this place, and I thought we might be able to get to him, and I was definitely going to do whatever I could to win if I could get him within reach, but I just couldn't even get to him. So I'm just real disappointed. Obviously, thank National Guard and Time Mountain Dew and all our partners, Time Warner Cable. A couple of good weekends. These are 2 of the best cars I've had all year, last 2 weeks. So I got to thank the team and Steve and them. But running second's no better than running 10th to be. So I'd like to get a trophy here soon.
A couple of issues on pit lane today. Do you think ultimately that had any effect on where you finished?
Yeah, I take responsibility for getting a little too eager coming on the pit road for that green flag stop. Lucky we didn't have any more trouble for that whole deal. I didn't know what the heck the rules were with that, so figuring we got off pretty light. But we had a fast enough car to get back to the leaders, but you got to be the leader on that last start. You can't. You see most of these races are won by the guy leading at the last 3 starter after the last round of pit stops. So that wasn't us today, and I'll take responsibility for that mess up on coming on the pit road for sure.
Yeah, but still a very strong day for the 88. Dale Earnhardt Jr. is second. Jamie?
And his teammate Jeff Gordon finishes 4th today. Well, you had a great car at times and kind of a slow car when you got going for a while. If this thing were to have gone green the rest of the way, what do you think you had for him? I know you were saving fuel for a while.
Well, I think we definitely had that strategy nailed. We came in, stretched it as far as we could, and the team did an excellent job getting it full of fuel, and I was saving most of that run, so we were 4 short. I feel very confident, but that doesn't matter. The caution came out, and we just did not have a short run car. We took 2 to get track position, which won the race, but just didn't work for our car. So all in all, a great day for the Exalted Chromax Chevrolet, and I was very happy with just the whole overall performance of everybody, and I was having fun. And congrats to Jimmy. He's so tough here. That no surprise that he won. Great job by Junior too. That was fun to watch.
Biggest gain in the points by any driver is you. You gained 3, you've moved up. You're tied technically in points for 4th, so they put you 5th. Looking at the big picture, moving on to Kansas, Jeff, what do you think about your chances?
Oh, well, we keep performing the way we've been performing. The driver can't slide into the pit stall too far, and we just got to keep, knocking out good pit stops and having good race cars like we've had. I'm very excited and motivated by how well this team has stepped up ever since the chase has come around, and I can't wait to get to the next race.
Solid day for Jeff Gordon.
Jamie, in 10 years that the chase format has been used to determine NASCAR Sprint Cup Series champion, Jimmie Johnson has won 24% of all of the races. And he did it again today. Dominating performance at Dover, Jimmie Johnson, our Goodyear superior performer at the Monster Mile, leading 243 of 400 laps. Continuing as we look at the change for the NASCAR Sprint Cup standings after the third 10 races. The top spot being trimmed from 14 down to 8 points between Matt Kenseth and now Jimmie Johnson.
Yeah, still a great battle that we have with a lot of racing to go. What every one of these drivers will tell you, and the ones that Harvick and Jeff Gordon sitting there, know they're in a position because there's some tough racetracks coming up.
Hard luck day for Carl Edwards with that late problem, dropping him from 4th to 11th in the championship. And next weekend it is on to the Kansas Speedway, 1.5 mile super speedway racing. Goodyear bringing that new Zone Tread tire. Interesting to see how that goes. It is next Sunday at 1 Eastern on ESPN. Then the only night race in the chase in Charlotte, and the wild card at Talladega. The wild card. Join us at the track, NASCAR.com/tickets, or the number at the bottom of the screen. Matt Kenseth is still the championship leader, Vince.
After opening the chase with a pair of victories, Matt Kenseth brings it home 7th today at Dover, still holding on to that championship lead, going to a place we should have, Kansas, where you've won a couple of times, so that's the good news. But I know you didn't have the kind of day you wanted today. How would you describe it?
Yeah, we struggled a little bit. We qualified really good, had a really good Friday, had pretty good pit stops today, and had our track position. But once we got 2 tires there and lost our track position, at the very end, you know, I knew we were going to drop back. So it's disappointing to run in the top 3 or 4 all day and then finish 7th. You know, that was the worst position I think we had all day. So that part is disappointing. You always want to try to do the opposite, but overall, I think we got a decent finish out of a car. We just didn't want to have what we needed to really race with the 48 of those guys.
And how about going to Kansas? If you mind looking ahead to a place you've had a lot of success.
You never know what's going to happen. I mean, I kind of I don't want to say dreaded, but Loudon has always been one of my worst tracks, and this has been always one of my best. So you just never know what's going to happen. I feel good about this stretch. Dover, Kansas, Charlotte have all been great tracks that I really enjoy, that our performance has been pretty good at. So you know, I'm looking forward to getting there.
Still the championship leader, Matt Kenseth, 7th today.
Well, Kyle Busch brings it home 5th today. It seemed like the car was pretty good overall. You had a stint there that you were obviously pretty loose and you hung on to it. Where overall do you feel like you guys just missed it?
A little bit everywhere. I mean, we bought the same exact things in practice. We didn't make any gains on it really this weekend, which is frustrating, but yet, you know, we knew we had a good car. We had a top 5, 5th to 7th place car actually, and you know, we got a 5th out of it. So, you know, we got the most of what we could with the Interstate Batteries Camry today. Thank M&M's, Toyota, Monster Energy, but you know, it's 3 straight top 5s to start the chase. It's certainly appealing, and you know, you could be happy with it, but we're a little disappointed at the same time. You know, we felt like we wanted to come in here, we wanted to run better, we could run better here, we have before, and just never could really get the feel that I was looking for the whole weekend with the front tires.
Well, you talked about you've had 3 top 5s to start this chase, something we haven't seen from you, and I know that's something you've had to adjust to, just taking what the car can give you. What is it like driving the car knowing, okay, this is as good as it's going to be today, but that's what we need?
Yeah, there was a few times probably should have wrecked, but glad I didn't, and we hung on to it and we made it to the next pit stop. You know, we were definitely wrecking loose there in the middle stages of the race, middle third anyway probably, and you know, just was happy that we were able to work hard and continue to get good changes to the car, and there at the end we got good changes to it. The balance was really close. I mean, there wasn't much that I could say to change as far as the way the car felt. It just wasn't fast enough. We just didn't quite have enough front turn like some of the other cars had, so you know, we definitely got to go to work on a different package for here, I believe.
Kyle Busch is now 3rd in the points.
There's no question the fans saw a great race today, but so did the guy who owns the top 2 finishers, Rick Hendrick. Tell us what it's like watching Junior trying to catch Jimmy at the end of the race after they both had such a good, strong day.
Yeah, you know, the 88 Junior was so strong early, and I thought when he got the 4 tires, he might be trouble for Jimmy, but it was a great race, great day for all the guys. You know, Jimmy, congratulations to Lowe's, and then the guard was here, General Grass, and so it was a great day for those guys. And Dale, it was close, and then Jeff came home 4th, so it was a great day.
And can you talk about the fact that now your driver, Jimmy Johnson, is the winningest driver in Sprint Cup here? He moved beyond Richard Petty. He moved beyond Bobby Allison today with his 8th win.
When you move ahead of those 2 guys, you've done a lot, and it's unbelievable how good that guy is here. I mean, he is just, as Chad said, he's money in Dover, but you know, he's got a feel for this place, and I think he's going to win some more before it's over.
Congratulations to you today. Thanks for your time, and enjoy Victory Lane.
Thank you.
Rick Hendrick, owner of the 88 and the 48, the winner today. AB?
Dave, thanks. And DJ and Andy, your thoughts. What will you take away more from this? Opportunity missed for Dale Jr., or just how strong Jimmy Johnson is at this racetrack and at the end of that race?
Well, I think it's a little bit of both. I think Junior had the opportunity. It was right there. Could he have beat Jimmy Johnson? You know, you thought he was in the best scenario that he could possibly do. I think that it shows me just how good Jimmy Johnson is at this racetrack. You're going to have a hard time beating him. You're going to have to be more than on your game to do that, and not sure that that's going to slow down as we go through this chase either.
Yeah, this track is truly a driver's racetrack, and I think Jimmy Johnson proved that today, and that's why he's had so much success. He is a great talent behind that steering wheel, but I do think that it was an opportunity miss for Junior, because he had he couldn't ask for a better situation. He had a great car all day long. He had 4 tires against 2 tires with, what, 25 to go. It doesn't get any better than that. It's never easy, but it never gets a better opportunity than that.
Well, to borrow a phrase, Nicole, Superman had his cape on at the end of this one today, and Jimmy Johnson picked up an 8th win at Dover.
I do believe that's what Ray Abraham said about Jimmy Johnson earlier today. You know, down here in the Quicken Loans ESPN pit studio, we were talking about the incredible consistency in the chase so far among the top 3 drivers in points. Matt Kenseth, 2.6. Kyle Busch, 3rd place. Jimmy Johnson, 3.3. That's not bad. That is definitely raising the bar, and that's what we've seen the last several years in the chase. When you get to the playoffs, you find that extra gear, and the top guys, the cream just rises.
Yeah, they dig really, really hard. I'm looking at the finishing order. The top 10 finishers are all chasers, and it was just amazing what happened out there. I mean, these guys just really got it done. All of them did. But, you know, I want to go back to Jimmie Johnson for a while because we all wondered where Jimmie Johnson went about a month ago. He was having so much problems. And then all of a sudden the chase started. We all said, you think he's going to get the gear, get the right gear, get this baby going once he got in the chase? He found it. He found it. Not only did he find it, but he dominated the day. I mean, we thought it was going to be Matt Kenseth, maybe Kyle Busch because of what they'd done the first couple races. But man, very, very impressive out of Johnson, and he's there.
Yeah, Jimmy's an unbelievable talent, just like Andy Petrie said. But man, what a day for Dale Earnhardt Jr. It was so close. He had everything lined up to have a great opportunity to get a victory today, and just couldn't quite get by his teammate Jimmie Johnson. And I think Jimmie has fired that shot across the bow. If you're going to win a championship, even though Matt's got 8 points on him, it's still going to go through that 48.
He definitely has, and as disappointed as Dale Earnhardt Jr. was to not get the win today. You did hear him say, running second, it's about as good as running 10th to me. More post-race coverage coming up.
Jimmie Johnson's team celebrating as their 48 car flashed under the checkered flag today at the Monster Mile, scoring his 8th win at this so difficult racetrack and the 65th of his NASCAR Sprint Cup Series career, 5th win of this season. So Jimmie wins it at Dover, and we look ahead to next weekend's action. Reminding you that later on tonight, the AAA Insurance NHRA Midwest Nationals final eliminations for the NHRA Dragsters are on ESPN 2 at 8:30 Eastern. Then next weekend, Nationwide Series Championship, Sam Hornish, Austin Dillon, so close. Saturday, 3:30 Eastern, ESPN. And then next Sunday, Race 4 in the Chase. Telecast presented by Dodge Trucks from the Kansas Speedway at 1 Eastern Time on ESPN. And as Jimmie continues with the post-race ritual of pictures with the miles of the Monster Trophy, I thought ahead now to next Sunday's Kansas race, another 1.5 mile track with, remembering back to the Chicagoland Speedway, what a fight that was at the front of the pack. Anybody have the upper hand, and what are we expecting?
Well, I think if there's anybody that has the upper hand, Matt Kenseth won the last 2 races there, so he certainly would be strong again. And you're going to have to figure out a way to beat these top 3 in the points because they have shown that they're the 3 drivers and teams to be ready for this.
Yeah, I don't want to talk about one of those drivers. That 18 car of Kyle Busch, I think he did a great job today because he had some adversity to fight through and it proved to me that he is in this thing and he's going to be a contender to the finish.
So the top 3 in the championship shine pretty brightly on one of the circuit's most difficult tracks, the Monster Mile in Dover. And in the end, Jimmie Johnson sets a record all-time 8th win at this racetrack, surpassing Richard Petty and Bobby Allison for that honor. Sports Center is next.
Get out of my yard. The monster. He has tactics: intimidation, aggression, fury.
Close call. Oh, you missed it.
That was a mistake.
If you're good, you're really good. And if you're off, you're really off.
It takes patience to slay a beast. Control your fear and win your freedom.
Jimmie Johnson dominates the Monster Mile and wins the 3rd race in the chase.